Okay, tally ho there champs, and welcome to the show. So in this video I'm going to discuss which Dell XPS you should buy, which one will be better for you. Actually, this thing is shipping now. People are saying it's shipping here, that it's with the local courier and stuff like that. It's landed in Australia, so it should have landed in America too. Now, I have ordered one for my friend on my recommendation, of course. Hopefully it does live up to what it should be. And this model he's getting doesn't actually have a fingerprint scanner. I hope to be getting one for myself, and hopefully that has a fingerprint scanner so I can give you the best coverage on the XPS 15. I'm going to cover it like I did with the last model, the 9550. I'm going to show you how to optimize it, battery life tips. I'm going to review it, gaming review, how to upgrade it. Anything you want to know on this, you might want to subscribe if you're interested in this XPS 15, the 9560, and you might want to follow me on Twitter too, because I'll definitely keep you up to date on Twitter too, like when BIOS updates come out, etc. So with the fingerprint scanner, you will not be able to order the fingerprint scanner model until early February, so first, second week in February, something like that. So if the fingerprint reader is important to you, you might want to wait until then. So we're going to have a quick look inside, and I'm going to just, as you can see, this is the inside of it here, and I'm going to explain the different models and what's going on inside here when you have the different SKUs, what happens when you have the big battery and you have mechanical hard drive or SATA drive, etc. Let's go to the first model here, the $999 or $1,000 SKU here. Now this one has a mechanical hard drive, 32 gig solid state drive. It has the full HD screen, the small 56 watt hour battery, and it has no graphics card. Okay, so who's this for? This is for someone that's not going to do heavy duty work on it, someone that just wants a gorgeous 15-inch laptop and doesn't want to spend the earth. It's going to do most things you want it to do: productivity, web surf, emails. It's just going to kill that stuff. But yeah, if you want a video edit or game, you want something a bit better than this. So I'll just show you what this means here. So inside, it has a mechanical hard drive, as you can see here. It has the small battery, and it has the 32 gigabyte SSD. Okay, now all of them come with the same 2 upgradable RAM slots here, which you can upgrade to 32 gig. Now with this model here, you can upgrade that SSD and put Windows on the SSD if you want, and use this as just an archive drive, or you can just leave it how it is, and this is your operating system drive, and this is just caching that, so it just makes it faster, because mechanical hard drives are slow. So it gives you flexibility. As you can see, it has a small battery, the 56 watt hour, so you're not going to get that killer battery life. It has a full HD screen, so the battery life will be okay. But yeah, basically that's what it looks like inside that model. Now we go one up to $1,199, and what do we get in here extra? Same 8 gigs RAM, same terabyte SSD and 32 gig solid state drive. The only difference here is we have a graphics card here. So same thing, but you get the power of the graphics card. So if you want a game, you want a video edit, and you still want to keep the cost low, and I didn't mention, the first one has i3, so they're not exactly the same, and the second one here has an i5. So what you get extra is an i5, and you have the NVIDIA graphics card, the 1050. Next one up, the $1,399 model. You do not have a mechanical hard drive anymore. Okay, so you have 8 gigs RAM, you have i7 now, you're going up to an i7, and you still have a full HD screen, and you still have the small battery. Now this is a weird configuration, because what it basically is it doesn't have a hard drive here. It has a solid state drive as your main drive and Windows drive, but this space here is just left vacant, and it's hollow, and you actually tap it from underneath. You can feel that it has nothing there. It's actually really light without the mechanical hard drive or battery there. It really is an interesting SKU, but yeah, I would definitely like this space filled with a big battery instead. So that's for someone that wants the i7 instead of the i5, so you're getting a bit more power there. You get the graphics card, you get the full HD screen, so you'll still get decent battery life, but it is very affordable at $1,399 there. And it's got rid of the mechanical hard drive, and you have just a solid state drive. Now next one up is a 4K model. So this is $1,599. It has a i5, has the 4K screen, So every 4K screen gets the bigger battery. So this has the bigger 97 watt hour battery, 8 gigs RAM, and of course the graphics card there. So if we look inside this model here, it will have no space there. It will have the full size battery, and it will have your SSD here. There's no chance of putting a hard drive in there. It's all filled with battery. So this has the 4K screen, so you should still get, you know, your 7 hours maybe with Kaby Lake and the bigger battery. You'll probably get maybe a bit more, we'll see in my review. And yeah, so you get the full battery there. And this is the old model here, the 9550, and it may be possible that you can put this battery inside the last model Dell there. So yeah, you might be able to upgrade one. And also they have deals on the last model, the 9550, and if you can get a deal, go ahead. I mean, it's better than the MacBook Pro. It's a fantastic computer, so don't be scared of buying that one, and you get a good deal and you get a good configuration. So this is the 1699 model here, and this one here is the full HD. You get 16 gigs RAM, you get an i7, 512GB SSD. You have the full HD, so you don't have the 4K screen here. Of course, you get the NVIDIA graphics, and you have the big battery. This one here is going to be the killer battery life one. This one should get in excess of 10 hours battery. Like, it should be pushing 14, 15, who knows. It's going to be more than 10 hours, that's for sure. So of course this model is, yep, full size battery. It's got the graphics card, the 16 gigs RAM, and this is the one you want if you're more for gaming maybe, or you just want that battery life and you don't need a 4K screen. Now moving on up, so obviously they haven't got every SKU up. There is usually a 2000 model. I think maybe that's sold out, or I don't know what's going on, but anyway. So this is basically, it's got everything. Terabyte SSD, 16 gigs RAM. There is another model here, obviously the 2499 model that has the 32 gigs RAM, and that's the only difference between these two. This one has everything in it, other than the only thing you can upgrade is the RAM. So this is basically the configuration I would get, but I would get the one with the 512GB SSD with a view to upgrading it myself. Basically, that's for the power user, the one that wants everything in there, and this one's got the kitchen sink, the old 2499 model there. Yeah, that's got everything maxed out. That's for the power user there. If you don't want to upgrade yourself, actually, there's probably no need to upgrade. I'm just doing it for the channel because the SSD is going to be fast enough. Unless you have some sort of Thunderbolt device that has an array of SSDs, you're never going to get any advantage in putting a different SSD in there that may be like a 960 Pro. Unless you're writing 960 Pro to 960 Pro, you're going to get no advantage in having a 960 Pro there, or some sort of array of Thunderbolt SSDs or something like that. So if you don't have that sort of thing, definitely you're better off just sticking with the one that Dell gives you. It's going to be less messing around. You don't have to upgrade it, and you probably feel more safer and secure. It doesn't void your warranty upgrading it, but it's just easier to send it back if something does go wrong. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It should be here in the next couple of days, so make sure you hit that like button because I'm going to be pumping out the content in regards to the XPS 15 there, and make sure you subscribe. Until next time, guys, tally ho.